Hey nerdlings, Nick Lotus84 back with another episode of Asagao Academy with UltimateCarl.
Hey.
And in our last episode, we told Shane off. We said take your mean comments and your snide remarks and your looking down your British nose at us and shove it. And before he could even react, we walked away, went into the library with Mai. And so now we get to tell Mai how all this went down.
Hey, what's up?
Is everything all right? You're looking kind of tomato-y.
Yes, everything's fine. Let's just study. Oh man, I thought she was gonna dish, but she's keeping mum. I didn't have any contact with Shane until the next day at lunch. They were serving bacon-stuffed turkey wraps. It wasn't the kind of thing I'd usually go for, but beggars can't be choosers. I grabbed a tray and went to the back of the line. In seconds, Shane lined up behind me. Oh dear. He didn't say anything or look at me. Instead, a thick tension throttled the air between us. Well, why did he go to that much effort to get in line right behind her if he's not going to say anything?
Well, because he had an idea, and then he was like, well, shit, this is harder than I thought.
Maybe. You think that's what it is? He chickened out?
Yeah.
It was a little much for me to get angry at him after he forgave me for setting his mouth on fire. Okay, that was an accident. Shane was just a dick. Maybe I was too quick to anger. Maybe that was unreasonable. I don't think so, but okay. For the sake of the game, we have to suspend disbelief. I wanted to apologize, but I didn't want to bring it back up. I felt like it would only make things worse. Oh, I know that feel. Shane sighed behind me, and my thoughts trailed back to his offer. Modeling for him the first time was fun, albeit a bit terrifying, but maybe I could put the fear behind me. It was to help him with his project after all. Maybe he would actually start trusting me. Yeah, right. As if that was gonna happen.
Hey.
I know you didn't give me bad food on purpose. Thank you for doing such a nice thing. I'm not sure if that was lag or if it was intentionally slower.
Yeah.
Like you're hanging on, waiting for his every word. Anyway, I'd been wanting to ask you to model for me again ever since the flower festival. I placed my tray under the glass, and a smiling cafeteria worker spooned me some steamed asparagus. Seeing my non-reaction, Shane changed tactics. Oh, he's so sad looking. Wow, I know you're peeved at me, and I'm sorry. Is that so hard, Shane? That was so much better than last time. He's learning. He can be taught. The turkey wrap was placed on my tray, and after grabbing a glass of chocolate milk, I headed for the usual table. Shane grabbed his glass and jogged to catch up with me.
Man, I don't know. Chocolate milk, like a turkey bacon wrap and asparagus?
It's an
Like,
interesting...
chocolate milk just doesn't... Eh.
I don't know. Of course, by divine intervention, we were the first to reach the table, alone. I was trapped. You were trapped? You've got him right where you want him. He's chasing after you. So, will you model for my project?
Well,
Hana, at least say something. I looked away. How should I respond? Well, since he's kind of been a turd the entire game, and he's just like, oh, I want to draw your hair, it does seem like he's like, oh, you're weird enough looking that I'll get a better grade on my project.
Well, and especially, right after saying sorry, he then just immediately follows up, like, with, so will you model? Not like,
Yeah.
will you forgive me?
Yeah, not, I'm genuinely sorry, but like, I'm sorry, I want something. So let's play hard to get. It seems like you're just using me. He narrowed his eyes. Why would you say that? You haven't liked me for all this time, but now because of my hair you want to draw me? I chose you for a reason, but that's not... ... Whatever. Fine by me. Shane turned half away from me and I picked at my food. Why would he ask to draw me if he hated me so much? Why would he specifically mention my hair if he hated it so much? It's because he doesn't, Hannah. He's got some weird past that he's like repressing or something. Or his ex-girlfriend has pink hair or something.
His mom had pink hair.
Oh no. We don't need to bring the Oedipal stuff into this, man. Let's not. The silence stretched longer between us. It was almost like he was trying to make up for insulting me by calling my hair beautiful.
I didn't say I wasn't going to. Of course I'll be your model.
Well, that blew over quickly.
I know, right? Glad you decided on something. Oh, look who's talking, guy who can't make up his mind whether he likes her or not. What a hypocrite. He took a deep chug of his glass, apparently so he wouldn't have to say anything else, but he also shifted in his chair to face me. That, at least, was a good sign.
So, should I, wear makeup or something? Do my hair? I've never done this before.
No.
You're fine as you are.
Okay. Cool. I guess I'll see you tomorrow morning before class?
I had no idea where else we would meet, and since I knew he usually came early, it seemed like the least awkward place. Neutral ground. What, you don't want to, pose on his bed, Hannah?
Like one of his French girls.
Yes. Bring your best face.
Bring your war face.
Hey, darlings, what's going on? Nothing. Don't worry about it. Oh, she's embarrassed. Oh, grumpy bum. Paul, Nick, and Josh all joined us at the table, smug smiles on their faces. Nothing, eh? Nothing. For some reason, Paul started laughing. He launched into an explanation of some kind, a petition for Shane to do more artwork for his campaign.
You did the art for Paul's campaign pictures?
Of course. Who else would do it? That could be interpreted as, yeah, who wants to vote for this loser, right? Shane was really good at drawing, if he did those.
It's funny because since the whole thing's already, hand drawn, I just assumed they were photos until now.
Yeah, I know. It's like Jared had his chin photos that were not drawn. They were pictures.
Yeah.
They were photographs. Suddenly anxiety gripped my heart. Oh no. Man, she was finally starting to get some confidence, and now the anxiety's taken over again. Tomorrow morning loomed large before me. Oh, come on. It's not like you're... Well, I hope he doesn't suddenly spring it on you that he wants you to be naked. I was both...
Right before class.
I was both thrilled and terrified. It's not like you're nude modeling. It's not a big deal. I stood in front of the classroom that morning, heart pounding. My hair was freshly washed and as nice as I could make it, my face lightly dusted with makeup, my uniform neatly pressed. Don't you want to wear something that shows more of your personality than just your uniform? Oh well. It was fine. It was just a quick portrait. How bad could it be? I reached a trembling hand for the door.
Well, they are going to class right after.
Yeah, that's true. They have to, that's right. They have to wear a uniform for class. Hona?
Shane, you're here.
I am. You are. And he's blushing again.
I am.
We are.
One Piece.
We are, yes.
Dot.
After you.
Thank you.
I stepped into the classroom, conscious of the stillness in the air. Dust danced in the sunbeams, cascading through the windows. Shane shut the door behind him, then walked to his seat. Ready? He gestured to a chair in front of him.
Already? We're starting?
Did you have something else to do?
No. Sorry.
I crossed to the chair and sat down, stiff as a board, but as she light as a feather. He pulled out a large sketchbook, flipped to a new page, then pulled out a packet of art supplies. He dug through the pencils with a critical eye, occasionally pausing, then shaking his head and moving on. It seemed kind of complicated, not to mention awkward. I had nothing to do but sit there and watch. Just pose naturally.
Naturally?
Don't bother smiling or anything. Keep your body still. Still? I sat up straight, hands on my knees, and tried to iron out my expression. The last time Shane drew me, he hadn't been so particular. Stop blushing. You first, Broseph.
I'm trying.
Shane sketched a bit on his pad, then glanced at me again. I said stop blushing.
I'm trying. I can't help it.
Okay, this is adorable. It's obscuring the lines of your face. I can't concentrate.
Yeah, well...
I spun around in my chair, staring at my desk. Deep breaths, Hana. Deep breaths. When I spun around to face him again, Shane was as impassive as me. I stared straight ahead, and Shane began to sketch. Turn your chin to the left a little. Not your whole head.
Shane, my chin is connected to my head. I can't move one without moving the other.
Yeah, I know, it's basic anatomy, dude. It was a
A little bit.
Yeah, it was a little awkward. Well, you can, like, I guess by moving your jaw, but then your whole silhouette's gonna look weird.
Yeah.
Shane wasn't good at expressing what he wanted, and I wasn't good at understanding what he meant. Tilt your head slightly. I tilted my head, and he nodded, turning back to his paper. This was weird. We weren't talking outside of him giving me orders, and I was afraid to move my mouth for fear of messing up his drawing. Also, my nose itched. Well, girl, you could scratch your nose. He's not gonna, like, get
Nope,
mad at you.
can't move.
Can't move. No moving. I started to squirm, my legs tossing to and fro because they were the only body part I could actually move. Shane glanced pointedly at my legs, and I stopped. Well, she's learning to take nonverbal cues from him, I guess. When he turned back to his paper, he glanced at me again. I'm not great at this.
At drawing? Wait, am I allowed to talk?
I already did your mouth. Just don't move your head. Easier said than done.
I've seen your other work, though. You're good.
Shane's paintings were up in the hallways along with other students, not to mention the few comic pages he showed me. His pornographic political cartoons.
This just reminded me of the big DBZ painting we had at Central.
Oh gosh. I think I
As far as I know,
remember
it's
that.
still there.
Did Zach
This was
do
the
that?
one of some, like, I don't remember who did it. And there's another one for some, like, J-rock band that was right next to the cafeteria. I think that one's gone now.
I don't remember that one. That must have been after my time.
Maybe. I don't know when they put them up.
Portraits need personality to them, to the faces. He put his pencil down, then turned to me. Apparently this information was so important it required a full break of his concentration. I smirked. The Mona Lisa is so expertly painted, you can feel the emotion and character of the model. That's why it's a classic. I had no experience with art, but thinking back to the portrait, I nodded.
It always seem kind of boring to me, but that makes sense.
Wow.
I hate art.
Shane glared at me again, but this time it didn't feel so heated. It felt almost affectionate.
Aw, you're a plebeian.
You bug the shit out of me. I think I like you. Your face is good. In the drawing, I mean. Oh, blushing again. Oh, grumpy bum. It's just, you have so much light to your form. It's hard. What's hard?
I'm just gonna leave that one alone.
No, you're just gonna not touch it.
Yep.
But so much light to your form. That is a really unique compliment.
Yeah.
And I dated an artist. He never told me that. He went back to his sketchbook, putting a hand to his chin.
Should I try something else?
No, this is on me. I've never been good at capturing emotions.
Only Pokemon.
Shane looked so troubled, so serious, but the problem made so much sense that I almost burst into laughter. I clapped a hand over my mouth, trying to cover my laugh with a severe fake coughing fit. Don't lose your pose.
Sorry. Spit caught in my throat. Haven't you done portraits before?
Didn't he do Paul's campaign posters? Yes. That's not what I meant. I desperately wanted to glare at him, but I wasn't supposed to remove my face. Instead, I channeled the annoyance into my eyes, trying to shoot him with an imaginary laser.
Pew pew. And then I shot him with a real laser as my mutant powers manifested.
Well, it's like, why is she getting mad about that? I don't know. I made a short comic once, in England, about a girl named Emma, her adventures, and the funny things she did. I got some laughs, but I wasn't getting the right feeling.
The right feeling?
Metal Gear?
I don't know. I thought I would get better with practice. My skills improved, but not the emotion. Well, you told us yourself that practice doesn't mean crap. Strategy is always. So why didn't you strategize to capture emotion better? Before I came here, I lost all motivation. Oh no. Are we gonna get to hear his tragic backstory now? I was about to make a comment, but something in Shane's face made me stop. He seemed pensive. Or sad? You can move. I'm mostly done.
So maybe it's not his ex, but like his character that had pink hair.
Oh, maybe.
And so like she reminded him of, you know, his failures as an artist or whatever.
Oh, wow. That makes so much sense. Wow. I finally slouched, squishing my face around. It was so nice to be able to move. My muscles felt weird after holding them still for so long. Wait.
How long have I technically been able to move?
Not important. Oh no, he was making her sit still that whole time just to mess with her. He chuckled, leaning so close to the paper that I couldn't see his face. He's hiding another blush. Maybe I just like looking at you. So cute!
What? You... what?
He just complimented. He is so flirting with you, Hana. Oh my god. I'm done.
Change the subject quick.
Yeah. He rolled his shoulder, leaning back for a better view at the page. Despite saying he was done, he continued scanning the drawing. Eyes narrowed.
How's it look?
I tried to peek at the sketchbook, and Shane immediately shifted over to block my line of sight.
Hey!
He glanced at me, then at the portrait. It's not very good.
But it's my face. Please, can't I see it?
Shane turned to me, face set as if to tell me off, but when he saw my eagerness, he hesitated. Then he sighed. Don't laugh. He picked up his sketchbook, held it in his hands for a brief second, then turned it to face me. What I saw almost left me breathless. It was me. Of course it was me. I expected that. But this...
Shane, This is...
I knew Shane was good, but I didn't expect this. Well, show it! Stop talking! Show, don't tell! Shane's face fell as I tried to figure out some way to describe it. I know the eyes are weird, and I'm thinking of adding more shading.
No, it's great! Wonderful!
A small smile tugged at Shane's cheeks. He put up a hand to try to hide it, but it was obvious. Right.
Shane, you're so talented! I want to see your comic now. Do you still have copies?
I threw most of them away. It wasn't that good.
You should start again.
I lost motivation. I had trouble with expressions. You already told us that, bro. Why are you repeating yourself?
You can use my face.
I said it before I even realized what I was offering, and yeah, wow, that sounded dirty as hell. But it's totally innocent. This is like such a sweet...
That's not even where I went either. I was just like,
No, it's aw, but this is cute. He looked intently at me, then glanced at his sketch. She does kind of look like you.
Really? What was her name again?
Emma. Very British name. You two are alike, now that I think about it.
Really? We are?
You both get excited at the drop of a hat. Oh. Hold that face. He pulled a notebook from his backpack, then lifted a pencil to the page. I stared at him in confusion. Wait, hold that face instead. His pencil skittered across the page. I wondered whether Shane's lack of skill with expressions was because he hadn't observed enough of them, or because his own range of expression was so concentrated.
You drawing a comic?
Not yet. 15 seconds later, Shane paused. Then he went back to his sketch, snickering. Oh dear. You're good. He smiled at me, a real, bona fide, genuine Shane smile, patent pending. He was actually having fun, and I was taken aback. His eyes dropped to the page again, and his smile fell. Oh, what's wrong, Grumpy Bum? With a tisk, he ripped the page out and crumpled it in his hands. What happened? It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Oh, it couldn't have been that bad. I doubt it.
One of the options was, did you mess up?
Yeah, I know. Because yeah, you totally want to just straight up ask him, did you fuck up my picture?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know, saying nothing there might not have been good either, I don't think. I doubted it was nothing, but he didn't want to talk about it. I dropped it. I think that's the really hard part about this route, is you have to find a balance between pushing just enough and not pushing too much with him.
Yeah.
Shane shoved the paper into his pocket. Thank you. He put away his supplies, gingerly picking up the portrait. I need to drop this off. Without further ado, Shane stood and left the room, the portrait held out in front of him so as not to be smudged by his sleeves. I watched as the door shut, still sitting next to his desk. It was such an abrupt mood change. What happened? I crossed to my side of the room, pulling out a book. There was still time left before class, so I had to make good use of it. But as I tried to read, I found my mind drifting.
Tokyo drifting.
I liked Shane. Sure, he was rough around the edges, but deep down he seemed like a good guy. And kind of a lonely guy. Aww. And we're his muse. I wanted to do something nice for him. After all, he was still so far from home. I knew how hard it was to miss your family. What could I do? And in the next episode, we will find out what we can do in Chapter 3. And this title card for Chapter 3 is kind of ominous. So we'll see what crazy turn this story takes next. Being a muse is hard. For real.
It's hard and nobody understands.
That's right. Until next time, thanks for watching.
See ya.